Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of My Tiny Little House. How's it going, guys? Oh boy, it's been a long time since it's just been me behind the camera, or behind the microphone, behind the camera, whatever you want to really call it. And things, we kind of took the month of June to, how do I say it, try something new a little bit. I wanted to have some guests on, so I wanted to try kind of seeing how the remote podcast idea really worked. And it was an interesting experience for me. And by the way, the reception to the episodes was like fantastic. You guys were super nice about it. Super nice about it. What am I saying? You guys were very receptive to it. You guys really liked those. And I think how we're going to do guest episodes going forward is like, or guest, I think I want to do it where like I do like a wave of guests and then we kind of come back, we kind of return to form. It's like going on tour. You know what I mean? It's like a but then they have to come back and make the next album, which is what we're doing right now on episode. Oh shit, where's my, oh no. I also just woke up from a nap. I've had a very long day today. Also, we're in like a different setup and whatnot. Let me see. Where are we in terms of the episodes here? Oh my god. Cuz I kept forgetting the number for each episode as I as I was making the guest episodes. So we should be on, we're on episode 20. Look at us go. Guys, 20 episodes into this podcast. That's pretty damn good. I think we're doing a pretty damn good job. And I think what better way to celebrate episode, the big 20, than to have a complete return to form. Because initially, we were going to have a fifth guest episode, and then plans kind of fell through. And then, as you guys know, with life, things got a bit, word of the day today. I picked the word of the day today. We're not letting Webster, what was it, Merriam-Webster? I kind of forgot how to do my own show. Merriam-Webster, we're ignoring that for today. We'll probably pull from that later on when we need a little extra content. But I'm going to burp. This is going to be the first. Ooh, there we go. The word of the day today is tumultuous, right? And the best way that I can describe, or I guess the best use of that word that I can use right now, because like I said, we have a word of the day, is that my life became very tumultuous especially the past few weeks, especially the past few days, actually, and more so the past few nights, actually. It's been rough. I've been having a bit of a rough time, and we're gonna get open and honest about it on the podcast. You know what I mean? We're gonna get a little bit candid, if you will. Let me actually grab my phone. Oh God. And if you guys can't tell, I literally did just like wake up a few minutes ago from a nap, because like I said, I'm exhausted today. What was it? Tumultuous. I don't even know how to spell it. I just know the word. But the definition of tumultuous is, I know, I guess you could say like making a loud, confused noise, uproarious. Uproarious is fun. I like that one too. But I guess it's more of I guess I kind of misinterpreted the word. Wow. Damn, dude. I'm really putting that writing degree to use now, aren't I, guys? But I guess my application of the word tumultuous, wasn't that, wasn't like a sound related thing. Although one would say that my streams are quite tumultuous. You can find me every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night over on my Twitch channel. But I guess what I meant by that is that things just got very chaotic. I guess chaotic is a better use of the word, or I guess a better use in that sentence right there. And of course, we're getting interrupted. This is the fucking problem with doing this podcast, man. I'm gonna go on a tangent right now. This is the problem with doing this fucking podcast, man. Is it's quiet all day at the house, right? And I wasn't home for most of the day. And then the minute the camera starts rolling, it's got to be some kind of noise. It's got to be some kind of sound to just break the silence and ruin my recording. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Anyways, though, Yeah, if I sound also like a little bit sick right now, I'm pretty sure it's my air conditioner that's got like mold growing inside of it or something like that. I got to clean that thing out because it's like I can feel it in my nose, and like my sinuses have always been like really. This is what happens every year. I would say like I go through like the worst. I don't even want to call it like seasonal depression, but like a seasonal depression really is what it is. Really this time of year, especially throughout the month of July. I think this is like my least favorite time of year. I hate the summer. I think it's just such a it's hot all the time. I know I'm wearing a beanie. Okay. I'm gonna address the beanie. Yes, I know I'm wearing a beanie right now. That's because, like I said, it's super humid in my room. That AC barely works. And my hair was such a mess that I'm like, either I tough it out and I'm dripping and pouring in sweat by the end of the episode with the beanie on, or you guys see my fucking mess of a like just mess of a nest that my hair is. Oh, I like that. That was fun. The not alliteration. That's I guess rhyme really right there. But yeah, we're back. Things got a little chaotic. You guys didn't get an episode last week. The podcast was kind of on a break, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird. Coming back to doing the podcast, not only on my own, because throughout the entire month of June, it was just like guest episodes basically, which I was very proud of. I thought those were all really good. And if you want the extended version of those, go over to the Patreon. Only $5 a month. But yeah, it's kind of like a return to form because I'm back in my room because we were doing the episodes like, well, no, we were doing the guest episodes from my bedroom technically, but it was a lot different vibe. In terms of, I don't know how the episode was, I don't know, a whole different energy is what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm like, I just woke up and I was like, I need to make an episode of the podcast. I was like, oh no, I don't want to get into like a pattern of like, I don't want to get into that pattern that like some YouTubers get into where they're like, they make like a video, like a really quick video. They're like, hey guys, I'm sorry that I haven't been online recently. I haven't been making videos and whatnot. And then they're like, but I'm coming back for sure. You guys can expect me, I'll definitely be, making my big grand return very, very soon. And then 2 months go by and they have to make the next video where it's like, hey guys, I know 2 months ago I said that, I was coming back to YouTube and videos are going to be more consistent, but life got kind of chaotic. That's exactly what I'm doing right now though. Is we're back doing the podcast. I guess we're not going to dwell on this the entire episode, I promise. We do actually have like stuff to talk about and some stories to tell about the past, because I really haven't had the opportunity in the past month to like talk about my life and like things that are going on. Not that I want to get like insanely what's the word I'm looking for? Not personal. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Man, writing major. Come on, use that brain of yours. I want to keep things, some things kind of private at the very least. I don't want to get too honest, too open with you guys. I want to keep an air of mystery to the show, if you know what I mean. But yeah, what else do I really have to go off of before I tell a few stories about the past few days? Shoot, what's going on? I don't really know. I think that's another thing is that like, I haven't been keeping up with like what's popular right now. The last thing that I have been like made aware of is like Labubus. And I don't know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I shit on people who collect Labubus because I collect like little Lego minifigures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I collect little Lego things. I'm not above the whole collecting, collectible plastic toys and trinkets. I'm not above it. I'm not going to claim that I'm above it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to like sit here and say that like, oh, this is so stupid and shit on it. Because I see a lot of people online doing that. I find it very, I do worry a little bit about the overconsumption of stuff. Because how quickly people jump from these trends from like one to another. Whereas like, I don't know, like I'm not trying to say that I'm above it, but like I have like tons of like little Lego figures and stuff like that. The difference is though, is that I get the feeling that the Labubus are going to be in a landfill in a few months, maybe even, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. We're gonna move on to the next thing that quickly, and it's gonna be like, oh, the boo-boos, those are lame now. Kind of like that's how I saw it with like, oh, I guess I am doing it. I'm gonna shit talk on it a little bit. It's kind of how I was with like the whole Squishmallow thing, where I was like, these things are gonna be. This is such a passing trend. Who the fuck talks about Squishmallows anymore? Is somebody out there's watching this episode right now, and they're like, I'm still the #1 Squishmallow collector. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, you don't know me. You don't fucking know me, you know? And I don't know you. That's true. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. I wonder actually out there, is there somebody out there still collecting Webkinz? I wish we had like a little Jamie type like producer guy for this podcast that could just like look these things up for me. I mean, I could do it myself. I have a phone. Oh, actually, while I look this up, I'm just going to look up, is there somebody still alive? No. What? Of course, we're all still alive, luckily. Still collecting Webkinz. Is Webkinz still a thing in like 2020, in the big 25 right now? We have a Reddit post from 2 years ago. This one reads, r/Webkinz. There's still a subreddit. Okay. Do people still collect Webkinz? I just found a massive tote full of Webkinz from my childhood. I was wondering if people would be interested in buying them. Oh, and a lot of the comments are about the tags. Somebody says they're very interested. So, okay. I will not swallow my pride. I will eat my words on the fact that I said that maybe there's somebody out there 20, 30 years from now that's still going to be collecting Labubus, who's just still on that train, the Labubu train. Anyways, the one thing I don't like about the whole, like, and I'm saying this as a Lego collector myself, the one thing I really just don't like about like the consumption culture and like the collection culture and whatnot, is just how expensive these fucking things get. Out of curiosity, I was like, how much are Labubus? And they're not cheap, man. They are not cheap. I was just like, I got on the trend of like looking, I'm on the internet. I'm an internet guy. I'm an internet personality. And I was like, oh, well, people are collecting these things now. I even saw like one TikTok that was like, it was like a little skit somebody made. It was actually pretty funny. And it was like somebody was getting like mugged, but then she was like very last minute she's like, no, take the purse, but like keep the Labubu. That's my thing. That's my baby. And then obviously it was like it was a skit. Nobody actually, I would imagine in a legitimate scenario where your life is being threatened for money, you're not going to like be like, let me just keep my Labubu, please. Let me keep my little keychain monster thing. But I'm just so surprised as to how expensive these things can get. Again, I'm saying that as somebody who has like a $200 Lego set on the other side of my bedroom right now. Which, by the way, if you want to watch me review my Lego collection, there's a video on the YouTube channel, on the main channel, I should say, where you can, in fact, go and watch me review the world's dustiest Lego collection. Because I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking embarrassing. I talked about it, I think, in the video or on stream or something like that. I mentioned it. Like, I just hadn't cleaned my room in a while, and I was like, fuck, I've been doing nothing. I need to like make a video or something like that. What's a video that I can make? And I'm a firm believer in the idea that like make what you can with what you have. And I'm like, I have all these Lego sets. Let me just go show them off to the camera and talk about them pretty much. Yeah, and that's exactly what I did, but I did not dust them off beforehand, so there's just dust particles floating in front of the camera. It's like, if it was like a ghost hunting video, people would be like, holy shit, there's orbs everywhere, oh my god, like, by the way, if you ever watch those like ghost hunting things, it's because the lens is dirty. Like, I find it so funny when people like see those orbs. There's a guy on, one of those real like spiritual type guys on TikTok that I follow. I found him recently, and every time he's like filming himself, he's always shirtless, but he's jacked as fuck for some reason. And he'll be like filming himself, just talking some nonsense about spirituality. But then you'll see like a little orb float by him, and he'll go, oh, hello. Or, oh, thank you for gracing me with your presence, or something like that. Like, he thanks the orb, which I think is just so fucking funny. Man, I'm probably going to become one of those people well into my like 30s and 40s, I think something's going to change where I'm going to be like, you know, this is my new thing now. This is my new thing now. I'm going to thank little orbs of light that show up on camera yeah, that makes sense, on camera. Damn, don't make a podcast immediately after you wake up from a nap and you're still kind of like a little groggy right now. Do I have any like, it's not a good idea. It's also kind of late. Like, I think this is the latest in the day. No, kind of one of the latest times that we've ever done an episode, because we did like the late night episode, which I think is a Patreon exclusive, which I know I have to apologize to the patrons. I'm so sorry. There was no second bonus episode for the month of June. I'm going to change that in July, and I think you guys are going to get 3 bonus episodes. I think you guys are going to get 3 bonus episodes. That or one of the episodes is just going to be like double in length. Like, it's just going to be like a extra full hour. Ooh, excuse me. And then you guys are going to get, oh, wow. Oh my God, I just ate dinner too. Like, I woke up. Oh God, it's killing me. I always put, you guys don't know this about me. Oh my God, now I'm a mess, guys. I'm a mess today. If you guys don't know this about me, I put fucking hot sauce on everything. Like, I literally have right here in my drawer plenty of hot sauce. Plenty of hot sauces right now. I also have these broken, oh no, my fake Gucci broken sunglasses that I got at a flea market for $5. Damn, man. My favorite thing is I used to actually do that. I would go out of my way to like find like knockoff like designer clothes and stuff like that, and just collect them. And like, so, oh, I am a collector of shit, man. I can't shit talk anybody. I collect plenty of shit. Man, damn, I like my fair share of trinkets too. Now that I mention it, my entire desk is just like trinkets and stuff like that. I have this little Lego sculpture that I got to make at the Lego store. I like that a lot. I almost just broke it. I also found this little thing. What y'all know about this right here? This is a fidget cube. And this is one of the poorly made ones though, so it's kind of shitty. It's kind of crappy quality. I feel like I need to blow my nose, but I don't want to do it on camera, because it's kind of gross. And I get the feeling I got something nasty cooking up in there with all that mold and that air conditioner, bro. Something nasty's cooking up in these sinuses, bro. I'm gonna blow that nose. It's gonna be like a fucking symbiote from Venom or whatever. I don't know shit about like Marvel and whatever, but you know, I tried. Actually, that's actually a true thing. Back during I think it was back during was it during COVID? I want to say it was during COVID. I was like, I'm going to get to the bottom of like this Marvel obsession that everybody has, which I feel like not many people have anymore, but I was like, I'm going to figure out like, are these Marvel movies good? I'm going to finally give Marvel a shot. I was just like, oh wow, this is really not for me. I couldn't stand the writing. The writing major who can't remember certain words and stuff like that couldn't stand the writing of a Marvel movie. I don't, to me, they just all kind of like bleed in. They kind of blend in all the same here to me. At least that's how I felt when I watched them. And as far as I'm aware, to like my friends that are like into Marvel stuff and whatnot, they've kind of told me that in like recent years, it's all just like kind of, none of it feels exciting anymore. Man, maybe that's what happens when something becomes too popular and then you make just so much of it. It just becomes boring. It doesn't have the same excitement. Maybe that's what's going to happen to this podcast. Maybe this podcast is going to like blow up in the year, and it's just going to become the biggest podcast in the world. And then I'm going to get like people on like a subreddit. There's going to be a snark subreddit, which I've actually told myself on a second note that like, if I reach the status of like an internet creator who has a snark subreddit, I think I'm probably going to like leave the internet. There's going to be, no, I shouldn't have said that, because now there's going to be like one person out there who's going to be like, so all I got to do to get this guy to stop doing what he's doing is make a snark subreddit. Well, all right. No, but like if I have like a Rant Grumps equivalent level of like a snark subreddit, like one that's like, I'm an established enough creator, that's probably when I'm going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to head out. This ain't for me anymore. What was I saying? Oh, fuck. This is the thing about this podcast is I get just so off topic a lot. And then I mean, most of you guys know. Also, we are being interrupted once again. My dog needs to come into the room. So give me one moment while I go do that, and then we're going to continue our little conversation. A little late night chit chat with Daniel. That's what I think that's the title of the episode. I think we just found the title of the episode. If this was making ads or we could do ad breaks on this show, there would be one right now. Anyways, guys, sorry about that. We got a little puppy interruption over there. She's over there sniffing the air conditioner. I'm worried that she's going to get some kind of like whatever the mold Resident Evil 7 mold fucking poisoning that I have right now. Which I'm probably over exaggerating it. It's probably not that serious. You know, she's gonna get the same thing that I got right now, the symbiote. I'm gonna mutate and become the world's best podcaster, and everybody's gonna want to be a guest on this show, and then we're gonna have the Snark subreddit, and then I can retire safely. But I guess to kind of get a little more serious, I suppose. I kind of want to talk about just how I've been feeling regarding. I know I talked about in like the beginning of the episode. I talked about how the month of July, I would say like from like late June to like maybe like late August, I get the big D word. I get a little depressed, honestly. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why, like, I'm trying to like think to myself, and I've been trying to figure out the answer for the past few years, because it's like I've always done that my entire life. Like it's every summer pretty much since I've been like a sentient person who has a consciousness or a conscious, I don't know. Again, like I said, I just got up. I had a really long day, and I want to tell you guys about my adventure I went on today, because I went on an adventure today. But like ever since I've been like a sentient person, it's just something about the summertime just really like, I don't know if it's like the fact that like I feel like I should be doing more, and I should be like a more productive and active person, because it's like, well, the weather's nice, it's really sunny out, and you should be doing a whole lot more. But like you kind of fall into this headspace of like, I know comparison is like the thief of joy, but then I start like comparing myself to other people, and I'm like, I'm not where I want to be right now. But excuse me, I feel like nobody's like, I feel like that's kind of the thing that I need to like learn to get over, is that like, nobody's ever where they want to be. You know what I mean? Or at least like, I think people find like, they find that thing that like they kind of like satisfy themselves, right? They're like, oh, okay. I'm not where I want to be, or, you know, I know where I want to be. And then they get to where they want to be. And then it kind of like, it plateaus for a little bit. Right. And then it's like, well, now there's something more that I want. I have more desires. I think that's just part of being human, but like, I think, I don't know why it isn't like the summertime. I always reflect on it so much. I think that's why it is that like, I'm like I said, not really where I want to be. And that's okay. I'm actually like kind of learning that like, instead of hiding from that or like running from that emotion and that feeling, I should feel it. But also I should kind of come to terms with it. The fact that like, that's how a lot of people feel. And I think most people, like some people out there probably watching this and they're like, no, I've never felt that way before. What are you talking about? And maybe they don't realize it, but it gets, for me, this specific like thought pattern and feeling gets really bad in the summertime specifically. Like I start comparing myself. I start doing, and like I said, comparison, thief of joy. I just start comparing myself, and I'm like, damn, I should be doing a whole lot more, but I'm just a guy with a microphone, a camera, and a laptop making a podcast. Which again, I'm very grateful for what I'm also grateful. It's like an equal thing that like, and this kind of ties into it all, like where I'm like, I want more, but also I'm so grateful for what I already have and the support that I already get on everything that I do. Like it's actually really like, it's really touching, especially when it comes to like the streams like recently. And to anybody who watches the streams, which I'm sure most of you guys do, it does mean a lot to me, that, you know, when, I don't know, sometimes people will post things in our Discord server and be like, you know, me when there's no stream tonight or something like that. And they look like sad or something like that. Just that like feeling of like, damn, there's people out there looking forward to me. That is something to be grateful for. You know what? That's what I want you guys to do today. or whenever you're watching this podcast, maybe you're watching at night, maybe you're like a night shift security guard, and you're watching this to just distract yourself to fill the void. Maybe you're a night shift security guard at a pizza place and you got some suspicious animatronics hanging around. Oh, ooh, we should talk about that. We should talk about how last month, about a month ago, probably, I think to the day, maybe? No, not quite. Last month, the new Five Nights at Freddy's game came out. And I gotta say, I've had a lot of people tell me that I don't like the game and that I'm convincing myself that I do like it. And I want to say I put out a tweet that kind of perpetuated that idea. And I want to give a brief little review of the latest Five Nights at Freddy's game. That'll distract me from like the talk about being depressed throughout the month of July. Is, hey, let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, guys. I criticized the game. I'm not going to like fully read the tweet out. If you want to go find the tweet, you can go find the tweet. I really leaned into the fact that I didn't love the writing. I didn't think the writing was great. I also thought that the game was way too short for the price tag attached to it. I felt for $40, the game should have either, included a second chapter, or it should have been half the price. Another issue that I had was the length of the game. The game, in my opinion, was just way too short. Like, way too short for what I paid for. Hopefully they rectify that with like a DLC, but also they're really not advertising this game much. Like, I found out that apparently a lot of people found out that there was a new game because of me, because I talked about it, because I played it. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. I remember several people in my chat were like, oh, didn't even know there was a new FNAF game out. And I'm like, wow, damn. Did Five Nights at Freddy's low-key fall off? Guys, did FNAF low-key fall off? Maybe it did. I don't know. But I did overall like it. What I really liked about it, and this is why I think I said the thing about like the length of the game really bothered me, was that I wanted more. I wanted more from the game. I was like, damn, you gave me this quality of a product. Give me more. So, the things that I did like about it was I liked the unique animatronics. I thought Jackie was a great addition to the franchise. Although I think that she could have been used or utilized a lot more. She's in a lot of the market. Now I'm complaining again. Now I get why people think I hate the game. I have a lot of strong feelings about it, is really what I'm trying to say. I have a lot of very strong thoughts and opinions and feelings about it. Overall, though, I did enjoy it. I thought the setting was fantastic. I liked that they leaned a little more into the horror of it. I also like that I feel like they weren't really... This did feel more like the game studio, like the game developers were like trying to tell like not their story, but like making the game that they wanted to make. Not a game that was going to necessarily please fans and whatnot, but more of like hey, this is our game. This is our experience that we made for you. Please enjoy it. I liked the Mimic. I thought the Mimic was a really fun and interesting villain. I like the way that it can kind of embody any of the suits. I think that made the like diversity, for lack of a better word, of the jump scares a lot more interesting, because like if you don't know, if you haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, which you should, I'd say maybe wait for a sale or for like a free DLC to come out. But if you haven't, basically how it works is there's like there's the Mimic, and the Mimic is like this. And is it endoskeleton? No, exoskeleton's on the outside, endoskeleton on the inside. Right. Yes, we have them inside of our bodies right now. You have an endoskeleton. You are a Five Nights at Freddy's character. If you're watching this, you are a Five Nights at Freddy's character. But this endoskeleton, known as the Mimic, can embody any animatronic or any suit, basically, mascot, costume, whatever you want to call it. And that leads to a lot of very fun scenarios in the game, in my opinion. Probably one of the things about the game I really liked the most. Like I said, it was just very like, I just wish that they did more. I wish that there was more to it. I was like, this is really good quality. Just that there should have been more, you know? Fingers crossed. Everybody, let's petition in the comment section down below for a DLC. Okay, maybe ideally a free DLC, especially for a $40 price tag to that game. Wasn't thrilled about that. But yeah, no, I wanted to address that. I've had some people be like, why are you forcing yourself to play a game you don't like? I do like the game. Again, like I said, the setting, the I really liked the, oh my God, what is it? Like the terminal system and like the computers and stuff like that. I thought it was it was very unique. It was all very unique. And I think that it was a very good breath of fresh air for the FNAF franchise. One that I am not afraid to say that I'm like a fan of it now. I was like, oh wow. Originally I was kind of like dancing around it. I'm like, hey, I kind of like FNAF, kind of, not really, it's a game for babies. But then I was like, this is kind of objectively a cool franchise. Like I think the whole like, I don't know. I just think mascot horror's fun. I think that, yeah, I overall I did like Secret of the Mimic. I beat the hater of Secret of the Mimic allegations, I think, right now. Anyways, you know what we are gonna do, because maybe this episode has been very tumultuous or chaotic for you. Let's do the Merriam-Webster word of the day. What do we got? Show me what you got. What do we got? Word of the day. Oh, fuck, dude. Bro, they clocked me. They clocked me with this one. Oh, man, I feel like a complete... I feel like in like the cartoons when somebody's... or like, I don't know, like Tom and Jerry, for example, like, he'll like step on like a rake in the yard. It comes up and just whacks you right in the face. I feel like I just did that by looking that up. Everybody, the word of the day is, it's calling me out right now. It's procrastinate, everybody. Maybe you're procrastinating right now while watching this episode. Maybe you're supposed to be doing your college essay or something like that. Maybe you're applying to a college and you're procrastinating right now. And you're like, oh, well, I mean, it's July. You might be a little late on that, by the way. If you're like that one guy or girl, whatever you are, out there, and you're watching this and you're like, man, I know I'm procrastinating on applying to college. Might be a little bit late. You might be getting in the spring semester, guys. You know that? But also go to college, pursue an education. It's good for you. Well, I mean, to procrastinate means to be late or slow or late about doing something that should be done, or about doing or attending to things in general. Damn. And obviously like an example of that is tickets to the event are selling swiftly. So don't procrastinate. Buy yours today. Oh boy. I'm a bit of a procrastinator. I kind of, admittedly, even though things have been very chaotic in my life, I did procrastinate on this episode of the podcast, and now we're doing it relatively late at night. Granted, we have plenty of lighting though, so it doesn't really matter. I would have done this one outside, but I didn't want to get eaten alive by mosquitoes. We could do one of those like what is it? Who's that guy? Coyote Peterson, where he gets bit by like a bunch of bugs and stuff like that, gets stung by a bunch of shit. Maybe we could have done something like that for an episode. Maybe that'll be, maybe that'll be a Patreon bonus episode this month, is I'm going to go out there into the wilderness, get bit up by mosquitoes. Maybe like, maybe we could interview one of those, there's a guy I follow. All this episode is me talking about guys I follow on TikTok. There's a guy I follow on TikTok who, he goes out into the Everglades and he just searches for different animals and stuff like that. And he just documents him like encountering them. He just this dude. Oh, fuck. I got a story. This guy just like will encounter snakes and stuff like that. And I'm just like, he just like picks them up and I'm like, dude, you're not worried about that thing biting you? I don't know. I don't know if it's venomous or not. I mean, I guess, he's like the professional or whatever, but, so, oh man. This has been like a recent development. This hasn't been talked about on the podcast yet, but if you follow the Twitch streams, which you should, you've definitely heard me tell this story and talk about this. About a week ago, we found a massive fucking snake in our garage. And I'm talking like this thing was a meaty motherfucker, right? And what happened was I was walking out to my car because I was going to go to the gym. And my dad and my sister are outside, like standing outside of like, you know, the garage, and they got their like phones out, and I'm like, what is happening? I feel like I was entering like a GTA cutscene or something like that. And they got their phones out, and they're taking photos and videos and stuff like that. And I'm like, what's going on? And I like fully turned the excuse me. I got to talk slower. Oh my God. I fully turned the corner, and in the corner is just this like massive, like big ass snake, like probably the biggest snake I've ever seen in person with my own two eyes, just sitting there in our garage. Right. And I'm not going to lie. It was very mad. It was very upset with us. And I was like, at first I was like, this is, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know anything about reptiles. I really don't know what kind of snake this could be. And I'm like trying to get like a better look at it, right? Because I don't want to get too close. It's a scary ass looking snake. But as I get like closer to it, I see it like it's like got like a flat diamond shaped head, and it really looks an awful lot like a cottonmouth. In fact, I sent a photo of it to a few friends of mine that like can identify animals and stuff like that, like reptiles and exotic shit and whatever. And I sent a photo of it to them, and most of them were like, that looks an awful lot like a cottonmouth, which they aren't common where I live. Like, they're relatively rare, but they're not like, it's not that they don't exist here. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, what do we do? Because we have 3 dogs. We can't let them outside because they like, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to want to go inspect it, right? It's like a big ass snake. They're going to like, you know, grab it and rip it apart. Or worst case scenario is like, because 2 of my dogs are like elderly dogs. Worst case scenario is one of them gets bit, and we don't want to have to deal with that, especially if it's a cottonmouth, because those are venomous. Actually, is that true? Is that true? Is a cottonmouth venomous? Did we procrastinate on getting rid of the snake? No, we did not. See there? I used the word of the day in the episode. Is cottonmouth venomous? Is cottonmouth snake venomous, not poisonous? Venom toxicity ranks 4th of the 6 species of North Carolina venomous snake. So it is venomous. That's a weird way of wording it. By the way, in case you don't know, because a lot of the Google search, oh my God, why can't I talk? Oh my God. Guys, my advice to you today is don't record a podcast episode right after you wake up from a nap. Also, especially after you've had a really long day. The difference between something that's venomous is if it bites you and you die or you get sick, then it's venomous. But if you bite it or eat it, then it's poisonous. There you go. Little science lesson for you. If you didn't know that, now you know that. Hey, maybe if you're writing that college essay, put that in the essay. There you go. See, like a little fun fact. You could be applying to like an engineering school or something like that, and you go, P.S. Fun fact: if you bite it, poisonous. If it bites you, and obviously if you get sick, venomous. There you go. I gave you guys a little bit of a lesson there. There you go. But yeah, so I'll try to remember to include a photo of the snake. I don't want to include too many photos though, because it does show like where I live and stuff like that, the outside of the house and whatnot. But it's a snake worth taking a gander at. Now, however, we found out that in fact it is not a cottonmouth. It is in fact a water snake, which sometimes tend to look a little bit like cottonmouths. And also non-venomous snakes. I found this out. I thought this was really interesting. Some non-venomous snakes can flatten their heads to impersonate a venomous snake, like a diamond-shaped head. They can do that. Like they can I don't know what they do. Like they constrict it or whatever, and they appear as a venomous snake, even though it's completely harmless. I wasn't taking any chances though. That thing was scaring me. Okay. And we didn't kill it or anything like that. We honestly, what happened was a few days later, I came back from the gym and we were all kind of on edge. We were all like, is this snake still around? Like, do we still have to worry about this snake? Like, we didn't know if it was still in the garage or not. And then, oh my God. I'm getting home from the gym. I'm pulling in and I'm like, the garage doors are like wide open. We've had them wide open for like a few days because we're just like, if it's in there, it can leave. And I'm like, I'm pulling in and I look out of the corner of my eye and I'm like, That's not the snake. No, like my mind, I'm looking for it, so my mind is playing tricks on me. It's like a gardening hose or something like that, or whatever that got like left out, or like, I don't know. I'm like, there's no way. It's probably got to be gone by now, right? And so I park my car, I get out of my car, and I park outside, not in the garage, because we have a ton of cars. And I like walk past it, and I'm like, I'm being paranoid. I'm being anxious. It's not the snake. Come on, man. What are you like? That's your anxiety speaking. And right as I walk past it, it like hisses at me. It goes, hiss. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, it is the snake. And then that's when shit got really real. And me and my dad had to chase it out of the garage, which admittedly was very funny. If I do have a video of that. I'm not going to include that video, though, because it very much includes me filming the entire outside of my house. And I would rather not deal with any kind of, people trying to figure out anybody like, who's that? Is that Rainbolt I'm thinking of? The guy who like can like, what's it called? GeoGuessr any location or whatever. I haven't played GeoGuessr in forever. There used to be, I used to pay for GeoGuessr. That's how much I used to be into it. Little known fact about me. I love GeoGuessr. I think it's a very fun game. I also play, if you don't know about this, it's called lostgamer.io, and it's like video game maps, but GeoGuessr. And dude, I play the GTA 5 GeoGuessr map all the time. It's so much fun. I'm cracked. I am cracked at the GTA 5 GeoGuessr map. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, don't procrastinate on that. Don't procrastinate on getting a snake out of your garage either. You know? You don't want to potentially get bit. Maybe one day it's going to be a cottonmouth. And you're going to be like, no, I watched a podcast a few years ago. That was a simple water snake. And then it bites you. And then you die. You don't want that happening, though, do you? Don't say I didn't warn you, punk. Anyways. What else did I have to talk about? I'm running on my spent social battery right now because earlier today, I'm like kind of like we're running on fumes right now. We're running on empty. Food review. I'm review bra. I should have brought my suit. I forgot to. Sorry. So for the first time, this happened earlier today. For the first time I don't even remember the last time I've been to an IKEA. But it was a long time ago, and I didn't get the full IKEA experience the first time I went to an IKEA, but I went to an IKEA today for the first time in forever with a few friends, and it was it's like being in its own little world. It's almost like the adult equivalent of like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, because it's not you imagining candy. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. They had candy there. They had like candy and soda. They had a whole food court there. That was the craziest thing. I've always heard about the IKEA food court and whatnot, but like, I didn't know it was on that level. IKEA, I didn't know you were playing like that. But I was, it's like an adult, Willy Wonka's like chocolate factory, because it's like, you're just imagining a better life where you can afford all this stuff. It's all relatively cheap, but it's like they have all these like setups of like different houses and like living spaces and stuff like that. And all you're doing is sitting there wondering to yourself, you're like, man, I could have this. And for relatively cheap. I can't pronounce the name of anything in this store, but like it's all relatively cheap. Look at that. That's pretty sick. But yeah, I had a really good time. It was kind of like a maze, though. In fact, at one point I got a little anxious because I'm like, how do I get out of this place? You know, how do I it's almost like it wants to trap you inside of there. What's the name of that? There's like a clothing store, like a really popular clothing brand or clothing store that like they deliberately want you to like get lost in there, and they pump like a scent into the air that like triggers your brain to spend more money. It's like IKEA has that. Like IKEA doesn't need any of that, because I was in there and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I might buy some of this shit, man. It almost convinced me. I was like, maybe we do need a couch. Maybe we need a couch for the podcast or something like that. Maybe I need a futon or something like that. But it was really cool. The food is like, I think the fact that there's a food court there is so like, it feels otherworldly to me. even though it's like, okay, there's like a Costco food court, but the Costco food court is stuff that you'd expect. I was like, I was kind of blown away. And they had like a pear. I didn't have any like the soda though, but they had like a pear flavored soda there. IKEA has pear flavored soda. Why didn't anybody tell me? Why did nobody inform me of this? This is amazing. But yeah, I didn't end up buying anything. The only thing I bought was I tried plant-based chicken nuggets for the first time ever today. And I'm not going to lie to you. They were actually pretty good. In all honesty, I can't sit there and say that, like, I asked my friends, like, how the other food was that they were eating at IKEA. And I can't sit here and say that, like, it was, like, fantastic, 5-star Michelin restaurant. I think Michelin's a tire company. I don't know. I'm stupid. I'm delirious right now. I'm so tired. I can't sit here and say that it was, like, 5-star restaurant, Ratatouille quality. Although maybe they got some rats back there cooking up the food. I don't know. But it was a really like, you can almost like, if you're like an adult and you want to have like your own place or something like that, or you want to like remodel your life or remodel your living room or something like that. It's almost like a little Willy Wonka's chocolate factory experience for you. It's almost like a dream. It's almost like being in a dream. It was fantastic. I had a very good time at IKEA today. The plant-based chicken nuggets, a lot better than I thought they'd be. A lot better. Why did I order the plant-based chicken nuggets? Because they were fucking $2.60. I thought because I was like, I saw them on the menu and I'm like, plant-based chicken nuggets, those are about to be like $17 for 5 of them. It was $2.69. And I got these like boiled fucking vegetables on the side. I ignored that shit. I was like, fuck that. But I was like kind of surprised at how cheap they were. In fact, I was surprised by how cheap everything was there. It's a great time. Guys, go to IKEA. If you and your friends need something to do for a day, go look up where your local IKEA is and just go to IKEA and imagine a better life for yourself. Walk around those storefronts or whatever you want to call them, the displays that they make, and just imagine that life for yourself. You should. You deserve it. It would be great. I would love that for you. But yeah, no, that was my day today. I had to get up super early for that. Cause I had to go like meet my friend, and then, that's why I'm like kind of tired today. That's why, like, when I came home, on the way home, all of my friends, we were like, we all need a nap right now. It's like, we spent ourselves, our batteries completely just depleted, walking around IKEA, just imagining like, what if we had a place like this? Oh my God, we could be sitting at like this like kitchen countertop, drinking from these exact glasses, and they sell everything there. Like most of the stuff you see there, you can buy it. I was so tempted. There was these little like alien dolls. It's getting really hot in here. I can't run my AC while I do the show. It's too loud. It's getting real hot in here. Oof. I'm steaming in here. Steaming like those steamed vegetables from IKEA. But it kind of like spent us like on the drive home. A lot of us, we weren't even playing music. A lot of us, we just like kind of went silent, and we were just like, we're tired. We're going to all go take naps when we get home. Sure enough, we did. The minute I got home, my like head hit the pillow, I slept, and then I woke up to the sound of my little phone alarm, and I was like, oh shit, I got to go record the podcast. Oh no, because I don't want to procrastinate on doing it tomorrow instead. Also, this is going to be up late on the Patreon anyways, but the patrons, you're getting the episode technically earlier than everybody else is, which is one of the many perks of the Patreon. Actually, I should say few perks of the Patreon. It's really that you get bonus episodes, early episodes, and I think there's something else. What else I'm forgetting? Oh my God, I'm so tired, guys. But we're still going to be continuing the episode over on the Patreon. If $5 a month, if you want to become a big mouse. Oh, I've kind of rebranded that whole thing a little bit. You can either be a little mouse, is like you're a fan of the show. You're just an average viewer. You're a little mouse. But then you become a big mouse when you give me $5 a month over on the Patreon, which I do want to thank you guys for all the support. It's been fantastic. We're going to kind of get back into doing the podcast a little more regularly. Hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Let's hope that I don't fall into the trope of the wannabe, up and coming YouTuber whose only videos are them posting every 2 to 3 months going, Hey guys, sorry I didn't upload. Things have been really busy, but I'm gonna get back into it soon. And then it becomes like a rinse and repeat of that. Imagine every episode of the podcast from here on out just becomes that. Also comment down below, any suggestions you'd have for the podcast. I know, you guys actually, I've gotten a few people saying that they really liked when I go somewhere and I record the podcast. It's just too damn hot. It's just too damn humid to be like going out and recording in like a park or something like that. Also, the parks are really popular and like populated with people this time of year. A lot of people with their kids and whatnot. And I've had that happen while recording like a YouTube video, is like somebody's kids ran into frame of my camera. And I'm like, I'm just trying to review snacks in a park somewhere, which reminds me, there will be a new snack food tier list video, hopefully by the end of the week. That video is taking me forever to finish and edit and have that out for you guys. But, it's an exciting one. And it's a fun one. I think you guys are really going to like it. If you like the pickle tier list, you're going to like this one too. Was there anything else I have to say? Any last closing remarks? No, I think that's just about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out with me. Hope you continue to do so. And maybe we'll have some guests along the way. Maybe once the weather kind of cools down a little bit, we'll get back out there, go to the park, record some awesome episodes in the park. You know, can I fit the word park into that sentence one more time? I'm going to have to park my car at the park in order to make a podcast episode at the park. There we go. That's like a little line from Hamilton right there. You know, that's a little Hamilton riff right there. Over on the Patreon, we are going to be reviewing. Oh my God, I gotta sip water in between the breaks. Yikes. We are going to be reviewing the Urban Dictionary word of the day, because maybe it's going to get a little too saucy and a little too inappropriate for YouTube, if you know what I mean. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and go on over to the Patreon if you want some more content, or don't. But support me in some capacity. Subscribe to the main YouTube channel. Go like every clip. What you should do is go right now and go like every clip from my stream on there. We got to get... Which, by the way, the clips, one last closing remark, the clips have been doing really well views-wise. I don't know why that is. Like one of them got like 10,000 views recently and a ton of likes. A few dislikes though, but hey, you know, there's a few bad apples in every bunch, as they say. Well, anyways, guys, this has been My Tiny Little House, episode number 20. And if you want more, well, you know where to find more. Bye-bye! I forgot how to do this show, man. But now we're getting back into it. Bye-bye! What a dumb outro. What am I doing, man? I'm delirious. I'm tired.